Welcome back to Scooty Gang, guys. Today we're out with another bike. This is the Zonveer ZX3 and it's about 1,400 bucks right now. This thing has dual 19-inch wheels, really nice suspension, but does it have enough power to handle off-road? That's my real question. It has a single hub drive motor in the back, and as you can see, it has pedals. This is sort of the loophole a lot of brands are trying to use to make it somewhat street legal. But as you can see, this is like a massive, almost full-size dirt bike. It's not an inconspicuous bike, I'll put it that way, when you're out riding it. For that reason, I want to see how it does off-road. Let's go down to my uncle's farm and see how it performs on some real off-road trails, including some big hill climbs. See if it has enough torque to make it up big hills. Got the Zonveer ZX3. It's sort of like a light off-roading bike. Let's go see if it can handle some real off-roading. Hub motor bike here. If you don't know, hub motors have a lot less torque, but they're also a lot quieter. Top speed I think is around 30, 35. Let's see, we're at 31 right now. 32, 33. I'm not gonna push it much more in the gravel because I don't trust the gravel that much. Do a little acceleration test. 3, 2, 1, go. Give it a little pedal even to help. 20, 25, 27, 25. It's max throttle there, guys. So this thing's not about speed. It's more about comfort. Adjustability in the rear for both damping and compression. It's an air shock, and then the front also has compression adjustability, so you can dial this into your weight and get it riding pretty good for you. It is pretty smooth, but I think it's not dialed in perfectly for our weight yet. Now, steep hills don't always show up on video, but I assure you this is a steep downhill right here, and we'll see if it can make it back up this. Good brake modulation on this and good traction off these tires. Look how slow we can creep down this hill in total control. I like that. Now this bike being bigger is obviously a little harder to turn around than the other ones. Now this might be the one bike out here that I'm not sure is going to make up this hill, but we will try. Already go. Might have to pedal to help it. Oh, we're slowing down. It's not gonna make it past there when we're sliding. Woo! Sliding down the hill. That's not good. All right, it fails the hill test number 1, which means we might be stuck in these woods because there's big hills to get out of here no matter which way we go. A little bit of a twitchy throttle there. Bit of a dead zone on it. Really smooth riding, but I do notice this thing lacks the power that I wish it had for such a big sort of off-road bike. It's not quite powerful enough to handle real off-road trails like this when it gets to a steep hill. All right, to the left here is the super steep hill that we try and make other bikes go up, but this one we'll try this way. Come on, baby. It's dying off. We gotta get off and walk it. Too steep for the bike to handle. Should we try it again here? It is a big bike too. It's hard to handle. Definitely an adult version bike. Oh yeah, we got it up this. Let's go. Give it a little pedal. Help it out. Woo! It's like an off-road workout bike. Let's go. Made it out of here. I was worried there for a sec. I'm gonna catch my breath after that. Woo! It's a workout when you gotta pedal it to get it up the hills. Not ideal for me when you're buying a dirt bike. It just doesn't have enough torque to get up the hills, but my cousin actually likes this one the most because it's big and smooth and handles his weight well. Let's go try some more. We'll go try a super bumpy field now. See how it rides through some bumps. 33. Looks like about top speed there downhill. Uphill. A lot of clanking around down there, the chain and stuff. The derailleur, whatever's going on. See how much it bounces here. Pretty smooth over it, but you hear a lot of clanking around down there. I don't know if it's all the frame or the batteries banging or what, but definitely some noise is coming out of this on the bumpy path here. This is a bumpy field. Woo! Woo! It's bumpy. Just gonna assume we don't have our suspension set up right for my weight here. Something you could dial in, make a little better. What is all that clanking about? Topping out at 15, 18. Bike seems to be losing some power when you really push it off-road like this. Through the alfalfa field we go. This does have good brake modulation. I like the brakes on this. Right through the mud. Decent traction on this, even though it has sort of not the knobbiest tires. They're knobby tires, obviously. They're just smaller knobs than a lot of the other dirt bikes I have. Just struggling getting up these. Whew, 9 miles an hour. We're pulling hard on this thing. Full throttle. Yeah. Oh geez, here comes the giant mud. Let's see, we're gonna just go on the side here. Try and make it through. Enough traction, good. No slipping. Good. Yes, through the mud. No problems. Big mud guards on this thing doing their job right now. Let's go. We made it to Colorado Flats here. A little creek crossing. Makes it right up. Coming up are some big ruts. Let's see how it handles the ruts. Oh yeah. These 19-inch tires are smooth, I'll give it that. But you see, it's just bogging down. It's missing a little bit of the power I'd like to see for such a big bike. Especially going in such decent trails here. Like, those trails are smooth. We should be able to go a lot faster here. Going 19 right now, full throttle. 20. 22. 23. Slamming the brakes. Here comes my favorite trail here. This is like a little go-kart trail we got. We were just out here a couple weeks ago trimming it, getting rid of some trees around in here so you can whip it in this. Look at it. Isn't this the coolest trail ever? It's so sick. Honestly, this bike's handling, man. For being a hub motor and having a lot less power, it's still ripping. It's still ripping. Look at it. It's ripping. Woo! It's ripping. Let's go. Might not be the most powerful, but it's still a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun riding this bike too. Yeah. Rip it. Alright, another field here. Give it a little pedal when you want a little workout, see? You got to be a little bit conscious of where your pedals are at so you don't have one down when you're heading into a corner. Like this left corner here, we don't want to have our left pedal into the ground. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can make it. 10 miles an hour up the hills. Let's get it. Yes. Zonveer made it through, man. I was so worried this bike wouldn't have enough torque, but we're down to a couple more tests here. You see if we can get out of here. And here comes the creek. This one you gotta almost put both feet down because it's really deep sand. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lost my pedals there for a second, but we stayed on. Let's go. Haha. Zonveer, are you gonna actually complete the loop here? This is the real test of dirt bike, guys. Off-roading, because anything can be good on the street, but does it have the power to sustain off-roading? The steepest hill with the biggest gravel. Will it make it? I know we're gonna have to pedal up this one. Let's try it. Start pedaling. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, and there it is, died. The last hill for the Zonveer. It's not good at hills, but it is pretty good on flat. I'll give it that. Zonveer, I'll give you like a C. Definitely be better on the hills, which is important off-road. Nobody wants to push something up a hill like this. All right, guys, as you saw, a lot of walking up the hills, a lot of pedaling. Not totally my style bike here. I wish it had more power. Welcome back from the farm. As you can see, this bike struggled a bit, which if you go back and compare with the other dirt bike videos I've been posting, I'm running the same loop for all of them. So this is the same trails, same hills, 30 degree, 40 degree hill that a lot of these other dirt bikes I have over here have made it up. This thing couldn't make it up. And that, to me, is kind of a deal breaker for something that's off-road. Now, I do think this is still good for light off-roading. If you're living in the city somewhere and there's some small off-road trails, it would be really good for that. And I also think it's a good bike for heavy people, too. It's just not the right bike for me. As you can see, I'm a short guy. It's like pretty big. It's heavy. It's a very heavy bike to lift and move around. You gotta have some kind of either a truck or something to move it. It doesn't fit in the back of a small SUV like the smaller pit bikes do. To me, there's just some drawbacks to having this frame, this big size. But at the same time, it is like a really nice frame. I do like the design. It seems sturdy and the suspension rides well. Definitely if you're a heavier rider. I know I had my cousin on this thing and he actually liked this the best of any of the bikes yet, just because the suspension is nice and set up decent for him. Compared to the other bikes too, this does come with a lot of nice features. A nice headlight that has blinkers built in, a nice button pad that can control everything, a decent screen, quick removable battery that you can just pop right out like that. See how easy it is? Pop it right back in. And it even has NFC, which a lot of these bikes, the dirt bike style bikes, don't come with NFC yet, but this has it. So you can unlock the bike and lock the bike pretty easily. Obviously this is like a dirt bike, guys. It's even with me on it, it's about 33 miles an hour. It's more powerful than the e-bike. So if you're gonna get something like this, be careful riding around with it because you can definitely get a ticket on it. It's a bit more than an e-bike, class 3. That is to say, I wish this thing personally had a little more power because it's 48 volt, 25 amp hour battery. If it was like a 60 volt battery, even with this size frame, it would rip a lot harder, especially up those hills. I think you'd have enough power to make it. If you're still interested in this bike, I'll have a link in the description. Feel free to check it out. Full disclosure, they did send me the wrong bike. I had negotiated for the DX1, which is like their smaller pit bike one, similar to what I have already with these other pit bikes. And somehow we got our wires crossed and they sent this. So I decided to run it through the same test as the other bikes because why not? It's a big off-road bike. It goes to show how steep those hills are down there where something like this can't make it up, but these little pit bikes have the torque to do it. Stay tuned, I'll have some more pit bike videos coming soon, as well as a mid-size dirt bike that's coming soon that should have a lot of torque too. Thanks for watching, guys. Scooter Gang out.